Welcome to your Time Management Revolution. This is Time Management Fixer Helene Segura. In each episode, I share mind management and time management strategies or tactics that successful people implement to be even more efficient and effective. Here's a recommendation to help you tell your time what to do.
Welcome to Movies, Music, Momentum, time management lessons uncovered in pop culture. In each episode, we examine a movie or song and uncover the time management lessons in it that will help give you the momentum you need to keep pushing forward in life. Maybe you feel like you never finish what you start, or perhaps you're never satisfied with what you accomplish. No matter why you're here, let's have some fun discovering time management lessons, life lessons, through movies, music, and momentum. My name is Helene Segura. My company is Living Order SA, and I am a time management fixer, and I'm glad you're here. Today's episode is about the movie The Last Word. It stars Shirley MacLaine as Harriet, a wealthy, retired businesswoman who wants her obituary written when she can approve it, so obviously while she's still alive. Amanda Seyfried stars as Anne, who is a writer at the newspaper Harriet has a connection to, and Anne Jewel Lee Dixon plays Harriet's so-called special project. The Last Word was written by Stuart Ross Fink, and Mark Pellington directed the movie, which runs just a little under 2 hours. For those of you who are box office junkies, The Last Word was released in 2017 and grossed nearly $3 million worldwide. Instead of telling you the summary, I'll share one of the official trailers with you. Of course, sharing a video during video conferencing doesn't always work. For those of you joining live today, you might end up seeing a stilted slideshow, but you should still be able to hear everything. You'll get the gist of the story, the plot of the movie, and I will be sure to post the trailer in this episode's web portal at workingsmarternotlonger.com, so you'll be able to watch it clearly. Here is the official trailer for The Last Word from Bleecker Street.
Louis, no. You do not trim these hedges from top to bottom, but from bottom to top, as we've discussed.
Many times.
All right, I'll trim the bushes myself. Then you can cut the grass.
You cut the grass yesterday.
Yes.
What can I do for you, Miss Lawler?
I request a formal introduction.
Come with me.
Are you firing me?
You should be so lucky.
Hey, Sherman, the thought of leaving my obituary to chance is completely unreasonable to me.
Well, I am the obituary writer, so when the time comes, I will be writing your obituary.
I want you to write it now. Here's the names of a few hundred people.
My name is Anne Sherman. I'm from the Bristol Gazette. I'd like to talk to you about Harriet Lawler.
Now, the deceased should be loved by their families. There's an ex-husband. He's a jackass.
As I live and breathe.
Well, from the looks of it, I'm not sure you do. The deceased must have touched someone's life.
I hated her so much.
If I want your opinion, I will give it to you. That's what she told me. I was her gynecologist.
If there's just one thing you could say about her that's nice.
If she were dead, that would be nice. How's that?
Wow. She puts the bitch in obituary.
How grossly I overestimated your talent as a writer.
The problem isn't with my writing. That was just me writing about your life.
My life is not over yet. You are going to help shape a legacy. We have to find a youth to mold, and that will be the person whose life I touch.
You got busted for drunk driving, didn't you?
Excuse me?
You're white and you're here.
When I was a kid, I loved the radio. I'd like a job as a disc jockey.
And what kind of music would you play?
The right question would be, what would I play after I played the Kinks?
And who is this?
It's my intern.
What up?
Did I just lose my job to a 100-year-old woman?
Harriet Lawler saying, please don't have a nice day.
I don't know if I can write your obituary. I'm just not ready to close this chapter of my life.
Have a day that matters. Have a day that's true. Punch it! Have a day that means something.
Harriet, you're a piece of work.
I am who I am.
If you're here, you might love to watch movies, and so do I. One of the ways I unwind, especially after a long day or week, is by watching a movie. When those final credits have finished rolling, I have a little habit of retreating into lifelong learner mode, and I just love to reflect on what lessons were learned. Even though it's Hollywood and completely fictional, we can walk away with new knowledge from what entertains us. How do movies tie into time management? Here's your answer. Time management is all about mind management because it's your brain that decides what you are going to do with your time. How are you going to spend the next few seconds, the next few minutes, the next few hours? And you get to make this decision every single day. You are going to decide whether you just react to something at the last minute without thinking, or if you're going to respond and make the best decision possible. And when you understand how your brain operates and you understand the overall picture of the kind of life you want to live, both in your personal life and in your professional life, you have far more control over your brain, and that allows you to make better decisions about how you use your time. Let's take a look at the life lessons learned from the last word, which will help give you the momentum you need to keep improving your productivity. Lesson number 1, you can be detailed to a fault. In the movie, Harriet was so detailed that she drove people nuts, and she drove them away. Being detail-oriented can be a tremendous gift because you don't let those little things fall through the cracks. But if you're obsessed with details and control, you can end up missing out on all of the serendipitous opportunities or the fun you can squeeze out of life. Now, as with most aspects in life, you must strike a balance. Concern yourself with the details, but not so much that life passes you by. Lesson number 2 from the last word, don't worry about what everyone thinks. Harriet in the movie said, if I motivated myself by what other people thought, I never would have achieved what I've achieved. Now remember what I just said a little earlier about striking a balance? You've got to do it here too. It's important to have some kind of moral compass to guide you, to be kind enough, or at least not mean enough, that those around you reciprocate respect. But if you worry about every single person in your life and what they might think of you, you'll get bogged down in a guessing game of who you really are and which path you should take. And lesson number 3. According to Harriet, anyway, there are 4 elements in a great obituary. And she tasks Anne with fleshing these out in the obituary that she is supposed to write about Harriet. And according to Harriet, the 4 elements in a great obituary are, number 1, you should be loved by family. Number 2, admired by your coworkers. Number 3, touch a life unexpectedly. And number 4, what Harriet calls the wild card, some kind of profound statement or impact that you have left on others, and that becomes the opening line of your obituary. So again, according to Harriet, those are the 4 major elements in a great obituary. Now, the question becomes, even though this is Hollywood in a fictional movie, do you think these are the 4 key elements of an obituary you would want written about you? And what do you want those answers to look like? And I realize it's morbid to think about an obituary, to think about death, but if time management is about understanding this overall picture of how you want to live your life, both professionally and personally, because this is what's going to help you make decisions about your time, what do you want your obituary to say about you? In The Last Word, Harriet believed that you can shape a legacy instead of transcribe it, but it wasn't until later in her life that she decided what she wanted that legacy to be. Now, you, right now, have the opportunity to shape your life, to live life on your terms, and decide on the legacy you want to live, lead, and leave behind. As Harriet said, are you willing to take a risk of doing something stupid or something great? Don't just have a day. Have a day that matters. Increasing momentum and succeeding in life through better time management has only a little to do with counting and tracking minutes and hours. Time management is about so much more than that. Choose to make your time mean something and live intentionally. Thank you for joining us today for another episode of Movies, Music, Momentum, Time Management Lessons Uncovered in Pop Culture. I will be sure to put the trailer in the episode portal at workingsmarternotlonger.com, along with a link if you're interested in finding a copy of The Last Word to either watch or stream, because it is a really nice movie to watch. I wish you good health, and I'll leave you with one of my productivity mantras. I'm brainwashing you right now. Remember, time management is all about mind management, and you do have the total power to tell your time what to do.